Austin, same to you. Hello. Yeah, we got some snow, so I'm very excited. That microphone seems louder, but I could be wrong. Are we good? Are we good? We're good. Oh, Mike, what's up? Amber, hi guys. Oh, it's good to see you guys. Yeah, we got like 2 inches of snow, so not a lot, but hey, no school, so that's a good thing. Just kind of recapping where we ended off yesterday. And I know we're putting in the boring work, but man, we're getting there. We're getting there. We got a lot to do today, so I'm very excited. And I haven't stretched yet. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh. And everyone have good sleeps, hopefully. I have a little bit of coffee left, but I'm not gonna have it yet. I'll have it when I earn it. You know what I'm saying? I gotta earn it. But we're doing 5-stroke rolls right now. So that's what you're hearing, that. Hi guys, hello. Accident, what's up? Old warm-ups. Yeah, I'm doing 5-stroke rolls out of Joe Picaro's book, so it's like 5-stroke rolls applied to the kit. And we did it all yesterday, and some of them are just awkward. They're so weird, but we're gonna fine tune them today. We're almost to 7-stroke roughs and open rolls. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know. I was shoveling snow all morning. I don't know if we're gonna get to it or move on. I know we'll get to it, but I don't know if we'll move on to 7-stroke rolls and roughs today, or we might just like go back a little bit, kind of treat today as like a review day, just to like, we did a lot of information the past couple days. So I might just be like, you know what? Let's just go back and see if I retained anything and make notes, you know, of what I enjoyed, how it sounded or felt, or the concepts behind it. So that's what we're doing today. I want to get through the end of this, and then we'll evaluate, I guess. But doing good. I'm very excited. The next one is 8 bars soloing applied to the drum set, combining previous variations. So 8 bars of fives, and sometimes half drags. So We'll see. Observes stickings and cymbal placements carefully. So we'll see. But happy. I hope you're good. What's up? Hello. I love that. What song is that? I think it's a Nine Inch Nails song. I don't know. Got it in my head. It's in there. All right. This is tricky. The left, when we do the, those trip me up. Pneumonia. Oh man, pneumonia. My dad had that like a year ago, and he was in the hospital for a bit. That can really get you. Be careful, please. My dad got it after he had COVID. So like he got through COVID fine, but he just got like a respiratory thing going on. So be careful. To see if it lines up with this accent here. I wonder. Yeah. All right. So here's the sticking. Oh wait. Do solo-y things right now. We'll come back. We're coming back to this. I know. I just run away. It's scary. No, that's cool, but I really want to do the roll stuff, even though that is the roll stuff. But you know what I mean. Put a mark to come back to that. Where'd my pencil go? There it is. Always have a pencil, right? So it's six-stroke rolls. Well, that one. It's variations. That's what I mean. Like we'll come back to this. I'm really want to focus on just fives. So yes, it is technically six-stroke rolls because they add that extra accent, right? That da 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 da. But it's not. It is, but it isn't. It's just Joe wrote this 8-bar little solo snare thing, but it's supposed to be around the fives. So, yeah. So, yeah, you're right. It is technically sixes, but technically not because they're all eighth notes. What is a six-stroke roll? Right? 1E and a 2. Or 3E and a 2. Right? Technically, it's all triplets. It is, though. You know, it's a six-stroke roll, but just as triplets. So it's technically not, but it is. So he's basing it just to fill in the holes of the triplet. Cap, what's up? Hello. But I'm not seeing it as that. I'm focusing on the fives. We're the groups of fives. He's doing it as like, right? That's his 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And he starts it again. So he's got to have a filler to get you back. So I think he's just more concerned about the doubles, but I'm going to put a little star by this. Boop. Come back to. And then this links with these two are the same. Same solo, but there's like double stops in there too. That part, yeah. That's the solo. The saddest kick drum hit. So yeah, there's sixes in there. Totally agree. But he's seeing him he doesn't have a six-stroke roll chapter, I don't think. Yeah, no, he in this book, so maybe he's kind of like mixing them a little bit together, some of the stickings. Because he goes 4s, 5s, 7s, 9s. So that's what he focused on. But there's been a couple times where even during this 5 section, there's a 7-stroke roll, but he notates it. I haven't noticed him notate a 6-stroke or acknowledge it. Where was it? Over here somewhere. He was like, yeah, this is a 7. Because just to add in the notes so it repeats. I don't know. Yeah, I wonder why he doesn't do 6s. 6s are so cool. But maybe because it's in like a jazz. I don't know, this is a jazz heavy focused book, meaning like it's based around triplets. I wonder if he just thought the spacing of doing a 6, maybe like da 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 da. But I don't know. That could be. Laser, good morning. I shoveled snow. I had my coffee. I shipped some microphones. Andrew Core bought those DM20s. He's a good drum streamer. You guys check him out. So, yeah, we had a busy morning. And it's like, yeah, Cap, it's snowing up here. Do you have to fly up this way today? I hope your work is going good too, man, and not too crazy. I'm sure the Northeast got affected flight wise, but yeah, we just got like 2 inches. My parents got like 4, but I wish we got more. We're supposed to get more Wednesday, so I'm hoping. I love snow. I love it. It's beautiful out. It's like a wet snow, so all the trees are all like, oh, it's gorgeous out. It's really beautiful. But Baltimore, Cancun last week, off till Saturday. Oh, nice. Hopefully get some drumming in. Let's go. Cancun's a lot different, huh? than Baltimore. A little bit. Maybe a little bit different. I don't know. Probably not. All right. Combining rhythmic variations. Oh, I see. Oh, okay, Joe. Throwing a little triplet in there. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, Mike, that sucks. Yeah, dude. All the storms, like we're right on that line of like rain, snow. All the snow we've got this year, it ends with rain, so it goes away. And then like that I-95 corridor, has New York got any snow this year? I don't think they have. When we were in the city, we were in Manhattan a week and a half ago, and I think I heard someone say like we haven't had snow yet. So it's weird. Like our average is 24 inches of snow so far, like the yearly average where I live. We're supposed to have like at least that, and we're only 7 inches or like 8. So it's crazy. There's like no, it's not. It's all going. We're just getting rain. So, and I told my wife today, I'm like, you know what's gonna happen? It's gonna be like April. Like I remember this happened a couple times when I was a kid in the 90s and 80s. Like we would get like 5 feet of snow in like April. All of a sudden, just be like, oh, you thought winter's over? Oh, here come the daffodils, and it was like just dump. I play with my guys every Tuesday night. They want to do Hollywood Nights and song. Wait, to do Hollywood Nights and the song is 150. Hollywood Nights. Yeah, Mike. It was a cup like a blizzard. Like it got really cold. I remember Easter one year we were doing eggs, and it was like we had to do it inside because it was like a straight up like blizzard. Hollywood Nights. What song is that? Hold on, I'm curious. Hollywood Nights by Bob Seger. I know this one. That'll keep you busy. You can do that. I think that's what he's doing, right? Or maybe I'm not listening to it. Playing match group is so weird. 2 drummers on the recordings? Well, that's not fair. Are you serious? Oh. Well, your band is going to be like, dude, just do it. What's so hard? You know, it's usually how it goes. They pick the songs, right? I remember the first band I was in, high school with my buddies. My such a good dude. His name's Joe. But he was picking the songs, right? Because he could play on guitar. And he was learning punk. So all of them were like bar chords and power chords, but they were all punk songs, like really fast. And he gave me a cassette, and it was like NoFX, Phoenix TX, Offspring, Blink, and I remember "Damn It" was on the list, like da 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 da. And he's like, "Yeah, just do it." And I was like, "Dude, I don't know, I can't play that." He's like, "Yeah, you can, just figure it out." So I'm like, "Oh crap!" So I was like. Just because I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do for this. Like, I can't play that fast. I just got my drums. He's like, well, just play it. Just what's wrong? It's just drums. I'm like, oh my god. And he's just like, he's You just gotta do this. Punk. Just do it. What's so hard? All right, let's see if we can do this. So this is a cool, it's a straight rhythm with triplets at the end. All 5-stroke rolls. Let's see what happens. All right. Cool, Joe. Very cool. Now he's gonna put it into another thing, I think. But yeah. I always played better. The faster I play, but when it comes to playing slow, I start messing up. Yeah, I always told students playing fast is easy because the notes are close together. The margin for error is so small, And I think that's why a lot of drummers tend to speed up, because their space is scary. You start stretching stuff out, it's like, you have to be more accurate. There's not much like space to be like, it's close enough. It's more noticeable the slower it gets. So it's definitely harder. I was able to maintain 150 for like 2 minutes. I could feel the skin coming off my fingers in real time. It's a good challenge, though. I'm going to try. Yeah, when it comes to playing fast, tension is what slows people down. I equate it to, I always say this, it's the same feeling like if you're ever gonna, remember like if you're driving a bike or in your car, or if you've ever been in an accident, when you know you're about to hit something, your body just stiffens up, right? You hold your breath, you tighten up, you constrict. Your brain goes, something bad's gonna happen, or something bad is happening, and you just go into, it's a reflex. Your body goes into defensive, positions. And with fast drumming, your body, I don't know if it's a mental thing, we just trick ourselves into going like, oh, this is gonna hurt, this is fast. And the minute you know this is gonna happen, you squeeze the sticks harder, you tense up, your arms stiffen up, you hold your breath, you're not breathing, you lean in, so your balance gets thrown off, you have no real control. Like if you were to squeeze your hands right now and tighten up your arms, and I said eat a bowl of cereal, you'd be like, it's like you can't do even slow things good with your arms and everything all tensed up. And the secret is just relaxing that, and practice doing things slow, relaxed, and slowly speeding up the tempo, but saying like, all right, when does tension come into play? When do I freak out? Like a fill, usually drummers, a fast fill's coming up, they're just, oh, it's an accident, and they just hold your breath, tighten up, and just mash your way through it. So you're hitting harder, you're not as accurate, it feels terrible, right? Because it's all stiff, you're not loose. And that's what I'm doing here. It's like, a lot of this is new, so I'm playing it like stiff and just because it's so, my brain doesn't know what to do yet. So adopting fast tempos like Bane, was born into the darkness. You just gotta kind of, and if I look back at old videos of me in high school, I had my arm up, right? Because I love Travis Barker. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to play like Travis. So I had my hi-hat up real high. So instantly I'm holding my arm up, which creates tension in my shoulder, which squeezes all those ligaments. So there's red flag number one. And then I'm trying to play really fast in basically like gears on a car in first gear, right? Like this is your power gear. Your whole arm isn't made for speed. It's just made to mash and bash. Speed comes from wrists and fingers, right? And the combination of everything. So here's me trying to play fast, going like tense and it's like it's just not. It's never gonna happen. So learning, balance and using your fingers and arms and everything all together. I was just trying to use my arm and just try to Superman my way through it, and it's a terrible way. Bring a practice pad on the road with me and start. Yeah, Cap. The best thing to do to learn how to play fast is, I know it sounds silly, and you probably heard this like a million times, but learn rebound. It's a lot of people will say like learn how to play with fingers or learn, how to use your wrist. But the very first thing you need to do is learn like rebound. Like that's like if you throw the stick at the drum, or if you take a basketball and just like push it down, what happens? You usually put a little bit of force down to make it come back up to where you need it to, right? If you just drop a basketball, it'll move, right? If you drop a stick, it's gonna do something, right? But gravity comes into play and just kills it, just like a basketball. You take and just boom, 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 boom. So as a drummer, you need to flick the basketball down, right? So that's where the wrist action comes in. You're pushing the stick down, and the stick wants to come back up more than where you started at, right? Adam, what's up? How are you doing? Happy, I want to say Sunday, but it's Monday. It feels weird because kids are home, snow day. But just like hold the stick, and after you use your wrist, let it come up, but like just let go of it, right? But hold it with the fulcrum. Just let it come up. Just do that for a long time. I know it sounds silly, but do it with your left hand. It's even harder. Your right hand's kind of good. I'm not saying don't practice it with your right, but work on it with your left hand, right? Just let it come up, and that's the rebound. And then once you get used to just letting it go out, like alternating back and forth, it's Monday. Then follow it back with your fingers, right? That's in slow motion, right? And what happens is that's the return, right? That's you following through with the rebound. Okay, kind of like when you're bouncing a basketball and the ball's coming up, you're lifting your finger up or your hand up for that next bounce, right? You don't catch it and then rebounce it. You don't go, right? You want to use that energy that the stick's giving you, right? And to keep doing it, right? Just kind of shift. You're constantly with drums, you're putting energy out, but it's just like Tai Chi or whatever. Like move the energy around the kit. Don't waste the energy. Once you get it going, once you start that momentum, just use that momentum, and you hopefully should be using just a little bit of energy to get it to where you need. Like follow that rebound and just shift it. You're constantly moving the flow of stuff around. It sounds silly or, cosmic energy, but it's true. Like once you get it moving, you just got it. Those sticks have energy in them, and you're just moving the energy around. But what you can start after you get used to that rebound with just the wrists and just keeping that going, then you start doing finger stuff where your fingers are in perfect position to close and bring it back up. Right? it's like with the jazz stuff. Yeah. It's weird. It's not just like, we'll just do fingers or just do wrists, or you have to really understand the concept of like rebound. Like that's the big thing. And the thing about I feel like electric hi-hat is harder to rebound than a normal. This is what I was just gonna say. The next concept of this is like a lot of people practice it on a pad. Same with like marching drummers who just like they just practice on a pad and they go to a drum set and it's like a drum set itself is like a bunch of different pads, right? Different tensions. So this one might be a real stiff rubber pad. This one's kind of like a foamy weird thing. So when you're learning rebound, you have to think if you're just doing it here with your arms at your side and you're perfectly relaxed and you're like, I am a rebound god, right? The minute you go over to here and you're changing, right, you're changing your technique. It's going to be a different rebound and how you catch it and how you deal with it. Same with here, same with here, same with here, same with here. Like, it's not so much the surface. It is different, but I had a teacher, his name was Rob Carson, and the first lesson, it was kind of really nuts, but I think I said something like you just said, well, you know, it's so hard to play on a floor tom, right? Play fast or whatever because they're so floppy. And he was like, oh, child. He didn't say that. But he got a sheet of paper, like a printer paper. He just reached over, grabbed a piece of whatever, music paper or something. And he said, hold this out like this. He said, hold it out like this. And I'm like, okay. So I hold this paper out. And he's like, just hold it so it doesn't do this, right? So I'm holding it just like this. And he takes like big DCI, like those SD1 or whatever marching sticks that are like little baseball bats. And I'm holding this out and he starts playing on it. But not like he's playing like, but like going, and I'm sitting there like, you know, so when you're learning a rebound, part of it is like your nervous system is learning how to do like these micro movements and like really just you're fine tuning how all those little nerves and muscles, ligaments, all that stuff, those twitches, all those little reactionary things, instinctual things that you have here. Your arm is made up of like a billion whatever cool muscle cells and neurons, and you've got all these little joints and bones in your wrist, and they're all working together. But this is for fine motor skills and accuracy. So when you're playing fast or something on the hi-hat, what happens is, like I said, you're relying on your power muscles to play fast and accurate. And that's what 99% of drummers that have issues just playing faster, that's the thing. You got to shift the focus to be down here. And it's really hard to do because instinctually you're like, I just got to play fast and hard through this. I'm just gonna power through it, right? Like just in first gear, I'm going to try to go 60 miles an hour. And you might, but your transmission's going to overheat and you're going to just like be on the side of the road smoking, right? After the song, you're like, but if you put it in overdrive and you're just like, you're not even using any gas, right? That's the theory behind it. And you can see all these players that play really fast and they just look like they're chilling. They've shifted the focus to here and they know how to use it and manage that rebound and control it at a very fine motor skill kind of thing. So practicing on a pad a little bit, you know, just feeling the rebound. Don't even worry about like playing like, oh, I'm going to work on, you know, double stroke rolls while worrying about rebound. The first month of lessons with Rob, I did this. He had me, the first month, he said, all right, hold the stick real tight And this isn't the best, kind of for your wrists, I guess, but it was to work on these muscle groups. I've got weird muscles here. I don't know if you can see them, but I've got these like weird things built up because of him. Like they're freaky. I freak people out. They like pop up and they're all weird. But that was from working with Rob. Like we started up here, and as soon as you hit, it was bring the stick right back up. Don't even let it have rebound. It's essentially the idea of holding a basketball and moving it the whole distance, right? So you feel every moment of that stroke. As you're going down, you hit, and then you come back up, and you're controlling every aspect of it, right? The next thing was, all right, now after the hit, hold it as close to the head as you can without it touching, right? Just hold it there. Don't let it rebound at all, right? And then the next step was tap up. But that we didn't even get that far in the first month. And then after you learn how to do it, it's like you rebound, right? You learn how to do it loose. So it's just like, oh, it's right there. It's just a little squeeze to stop it, right? If you come up from a full stroke. But then you're ready to do the soft accents if you want to do that. Or if you want to get back up, you just let the rebound take over, right? And you're always holding onto the stick, right? But you're letting the stick come back up and do it. You're just kind of following it with your fingers. So when you're playing fast on a hi-hat, it's all here. It's in the fingers, little finger movements. Keep this loose. Keep your elbows. You should just kind of go every now and then with your elbows, just like, all right, we're good, Just sit there, breathe, drop your shoulders. If your hi-hats are up here, you're kinking that motion, right? A lot of times, or if it's too low, you're playing down. So find out where like your arms are gonna rest, and you can just play fast from there. If you're compensating to get to something on the drum set that's different, if you're like, I want to play my ride cymbal wicked fast, but it's like way up here and like over, all your 20 cowbell auxiliary percussion section. You know what I'm saying? Or like you want to go really fast on toms, but you got them way up here and flat. So you're like, why can't I go faster? Some of it is like for show, I get, but ergonomics of where things are for you, and everyone's different, so messing around with it, but just get that mindset of like, all right, I'm trying to play. I bet if you record yourself, Cap, and you watch it back, you're gonna notice your whole elbows just to going, right? And you're gonna notice you probably stiffen up. Your shoulders kink up, which means every muscle in your upper back is tight, which is constricting all these ligaments that go all the way through your arm up and connect to the back. All your nervous system that comes from your neck, all those nerves coming out and down your arm are getting squeezed. Blood is being constricted from, again, those muscles, because I'm sure you're super swole. So you're not getting blood flow, you're not getting oxygen to relieve that lactic acid buildup, which is why it burns up, which is why your arms start hurting and you have to stop, because you're not breathing, you're not sending good oxygen filled blood to the area, and you're trying to go 80 miles an hour in first gear. Your body will do it for a little bit, just like any car will do it. Thank you, dude. Aw, for the swole comment. Swole. You know. But if you need help, man, let me know. That's super nice. Oh, that's super kind. You got it. But any drummer trying to play fast, it's hard. It really is. Dot, good morning. Hello. 23Q, hello. Are you going to play it at a gig soon, Cap? Dot, did you have coffee yet? I've had coffee. We have some snow here, Dot, so I was out shoveling, drinking my coffee. It's beautiful here today. And I have a little coffee left over on the second one. Nice. How do you make your coffee? Do you take the time to do it like pour over and like let it do the thing and weigh it and all that? I did that for like a week. And I was like, man, after this, and I was like, coffee maker. I know. Wayne would hate me. The pull bars is fun. Nice. You should schedule one, Cap. Just cause. Espresso machine at home. This is how you should make. Ooh, nice. I would like one of those. To be honest, my sister has one. It's pretty fancy. But I have a feeling like my wife would be like, I just want something. I just want coffee. And I'd be like, all right, wait. And I weigh it and I prack it and I scrape it and I do the thing and I do the She'd be like, just whatever. You know? I'm impressed. They've been playing 15 years so I've been drumming for like 5. Yeah, but dude, we were talking about that yesterday. Play with people who are better than you. Because that's going to elevate you to just go up. If you're playing with like people who suck, you know, then you got to like kind of like compensate to match with them. But I'm sure they're digging what you're doing, you know. Piano, lead, rhythm, bass, and sax. Yeah. Today I got my coffee from the airport. Dude, I got, when I left Costa Rica, I bought coffee from the airport. Or are you flying today? Like straight up, the duty free whatever. I bought like, it was a pack of 6 canisters, right? Like the big, kind of like the whiskey cans that, like the King's Coast, the whiskey barrel. Remember those tin, like the big, it was like a 6-pack of those. And I was like, man, I got to get some coffee because the coffee's great. Oh, you're flying out to Panama. Nice. Fly safe, dude. That's how I went to Costa Rica. I flew to Panama. And the Panama airport is, my buddies were coming from D.C. and I was coming from L.A. We met in Panama and then we flew to Costa Rica together. I got there early and their flight was delayed. So I got there and I had to sleep in the airport of Panama. And I'll never forget, I landed and I look out the window and it's like dark and there's like no one in there. And you can't flush toilet paper, so I go in the bathroom and I'm like, whoa. And then I'm like, there's like dudes walking around with like automatic, like AR or whatever's, and I couldn't speak anything to anybody. So I'm like, I guess I just like sit here. And I woke up in the sun's coming up. There's like these chickens running around in the airport and chickens outside, and there's like people chasing the chickens. There's planes landing, and I was like, what is happening? This is crazy. And this was, I don't know, 2010, whatever, somewhere around there. But it was wild, man. There's all kinds of stuff going on, people screaming, like arguing with the airline people, and I was like, oh man, people came with like the guns and took them away. I was like, I'm just gonna sit here and just let the chickens take my food. I don't know. They can flush now? Okay. Yeah, because like that was like the thing. You're not supposed to flush toilet paper, and I was like, oh man.
What's up?
Sean, what's up, dude? Hi. Yeah, there were like these roosters in the airport. They were like in the morning, and I was like, oh my god, what is happening? It was fun though. Good times. But fly safe, man. You say business trip. Be back on Wednesday. I hope the business is good. You know. All right, Sean. I hope you're well. All right, we gotta apply this now to the drums. That's the story of my life, right? All right, let's apply this to the drums. Being bad this morning and looking at mics and drum kits online. Oh, nice. What are you looking at? Starting a business, new source, hopefully goes on. Dude, let's go. Ooh. That's exciting, man. That's very cool. I was going to tell you something, too. I don't remember what it was. Oh, are you going to do anything fun there? Because I'm sure you could do, like, probably not a fishing trip if you're coming back Wednesday. Earthwork stuff. Right on. I just sent DM20s, the Tom mics that I was selling. I just sent them to Andrew in Nashville. They're good mics, man. I wanted to keep the overheads. I like the SR25s. They're pretty good. The kick drum mic, the LS20, or the 20 LS, whatever it is. SR20 LS. It's really good for snare. I love it for a snare mic. Not really a kick mic. It sounds kind of... The thing about Earthworks mics, they're very crispy and they're very high-end. Like, there's a lot of high-end frequencies, so, like, a lot of attack. And, like, with this, like, the way that I'm playing right now, it's very, like, sparkly and, like, shimmery. So I combat that with the ribbons, right? Instead of playing, like, using high... The frequency response on those is pretty flat, but they're... I don't know. They pick up high-end really, really well. So sometimes it's like I'm always taking it away from those mics. So the Tom mics, I never really liked how they sounded. They're great for streaming, like that live sound, like a good Tom sound. But for recording, they always lacked, I think, just like I don't know. But the overheads were wonderful. You were mainly looking at the DM20s. For what you play, dude, you'll love them because they're all about like that attack. See, I like the 421s. They're not as hot, I guess. They're in the way more, but I don't know. I don't know. The myth, the legend, good morning. How are you? The DM20s are... I was telling Andrew, like, what you plug them into is, I think, Sean, like, remember how we were talking before about, like, preamps and stuff? They'll work on anything, but the Earthwork mics really shine with a good preamp. That's what they're made for, is, like, high gain, really, I mean, like I said, they'll work on whatever, but they're... A lot of microphones, when you hear the word flat frequency response, if your drums suck or your tunings aren't good, if you put those mics on, there is no lying. Like, they will... Some microphones, if the snare is crappy, like a 57, you put it right up on it, you're like, yeah, that sounds amazing. And in the room, it just sounds like absolute garbage. The Earthwork stuff does not, there is no, like, coloration. It is like whatever you put in front of it, that's what you're going to get. They're the most honest mics I've ever heard. So that's the big thing with them. Getting ready for the day. Oh, yeah, we're good. We got snow, so we're good. Yeah, I think you dig them, dude. I think you dig them. If you ever want to talk about mics, dude, let me know. Because here's the thing. Tom mics, it depends on how you're mixing, I guess. But, like, a good... What I've noticed, and why I really don't use Tom mics for like what I'm doing now, or even if I am recording something, the close mics are always just like barely in the mix. I know that sounds weird, but like they're used just to really bring up low end. I don't even use them for attack, or that's why I love the 421s. They're just like muddy, real warm, kind of fill in what the overheads don't catch. I leave the overheads to pick up all the attack and all that. So the thing with the DM20s is they're condensers, so they're very sensitive, meaning they're going to pick up all the high-end cymbal, all the snare, high-end crazy energy. So that little microphone, as good as it is, being a condenser, it's hotter, so it's going to pick up a lot of stuff. That can be good and bad. It's going to pick up a lot more compared to like a dynamic, like a 421 or like a 57 or whatever. Again, since it's a condenser, it's going to be crispier, and the high end's going to be crazy. So a lot of people like that. They want that like just big, clear tom sound, but at the same time, you have your cymbals kind of lower. Your cymbals are going to be in that like crazy. That's one thing to think about. So where you position them too is going to be helpful. You don't always have to have them here. Like, you can move them around, but I think you'd get a good. I'm trying to think of your setup. They should work. Every time that I with mics that are hot. Yeah, what overheads are you using? Sorry, this is a microphone conversation. Like, what are your overheads? And what drums are you looking at? Crappy Samson condensers. I would say, in all honesty, dude, get some just ripping overheads. You know what I'm saying? That is going to open. I think that would smooth out the harshness of all your cymbals and stuff. That the Samson, they're great microphones, but get some really good warm overheads, like some big sounding, large diaphragm condensers. Or even like the Earthworks, the SR25s, those overheads, those are great. That's going to clean up a lot of stuff and just mess around with position. And then the tom mics you have, I wouldn't invest in those. I feel like overheads are going to give you an all-around better kit picture, because that should be your main mix, is your overheads, unless, that kick and snare. And then just use the toms as filler. Usually people with tom mics, they're cranking them, and you're getting all this phase issues, and you're like, why are my toms not beefy? But it's because a lot of times you're trying to crank them in to compensate for them not being in the overheads, The birch walnut tin, nice. Those are great kits, man. Great kits. Honestly, those are great kits. I was gonna say, I don't know what color you're looking at, but the Drum Center at Portsmouth in New Hampshire it's called charcoal gray or charcoal black. It's like an exclusive color that they have. I don't know if you've seen it, but check it out. It's real good looking. But I'm pretty sure it's just exclusive there. They're the only ones that have it. But yeah, because those DM20s are a lot. That's to invest in those just for tom mics. I would say you've already got something to keep I really don't think you notice a huge difference, if I'm being honest. But if you have a decent set of overheads, it's gonna feel good. Jake, what's up? Hit you with them rhythms. Maybe. Haven't seen the charcoal yet. Yeah, not a lot of people know about it because they go quick. They only sell them to the Drum Center. So just do like Drum Center of Portsmouth or like Drum Center New Hampshire RollRudimental.com, I think is their website or whatever. They're great people. Shane's a sweetheart, the owner. Really good dude. But they go quick, like, because they only get a few of them in. But it's exclusive. But maybe, are you around today? Maybe we could do like a FaceTime call. Because I was going to say, hold on. I was going to say, I have these. These are KSM 32s. This is my first overhead mic that I ever used. And they got filters on the back. They're large diaphragm condensers. I can send them to you if you want to try them out and see if you like them. Because I'm sure in Canada they're probably like crazy expensive. Portsmouth is amazing. It is. It's a great place. Muscle was telling me they have this crazy good ice cream shop there in Portsmouth. But I'm like, oh my gosh, I've only seen the drum place. There's a kit there I want to get. There's a Gretsch that I really want. But these will, if you just want to try them out, because spending, I don't even know, it'd be like what, $1,200 probably for DM20s for toms, I'm guessing. Where if you want to try these just as overheads, they're big, but you could even do like an XY thing or an ORTF with them, or I don't know. I'd do a space pair for you. You got a big kit, but mess around with like bringing them, with cymbal heights or mic heights. But let me know, dude. And if you wanna, if you want to keep them. My worry about upgrading overheads is that it'll bring out more reflections in my space. So those are cardioid. So wherever you point them, right, that's what's going to reflect. If you have a carpet on the floor, right, tree well, and it's mostly drywall, yeah, I mean, then those tom mics would be like a nightmare. They're going to really pick up reflections. I would say any condenser microphones because they're powered, they're more sensitive. There's that, they use the 48 volt current to kind of amplify the pickup that they do. If you're using large diaphragm condensers, obviously they pick up more low end and a bigger thing. Proximity is huge with those. So condenser microphones, the closer they get to the source, the more low end, right? So as you get further away from the drums, you lose proximity, you lose the low end, and you gain more room sound. So I don't know how high you have your mics right now, but as you get closer to the kit, closer to the floor, the reflections will even out in a sense. If you have them up high, they're getting stuff they're getting the direct sound from the drums, but then they're also getting all those reflections. As they're closer, it's going to be a more direct sound from the kit, but the reflections will be quicker. So it won't sound so weird, or so roomy if you're in a tight space. it's you might watch a video where people are like, oh, raise your mics up as high as you can go so you get a good sound of overall the kit. It might be like if you're in a small space, that's a nightmare because it's just you're getting reflections from the room, especially if it's all drywall. I would say like even if you put up a sheet, dude, of like a bed sheet, like a black bed sheet or something on the walls, or like make little curtains, that'd be you solve that in a heartbeat. That wouldn't even be an issue. If you're not worried about sound and neighbors and all that, and you just want to treat the room, or even like behind you, don't even worry about, but above you, the ceiling, if you can just like staple some little sheets and make them all wavy or whatever, that's gonna kill all that stuff. 4 feet from the snare thing, yeah, that's good. I would say for overheads like that large, large condensers, yeah, keep the snare the same. But then start messing with, I always heard, what I've always found is like a stick and a half or like 18 inches off the cymbals, right? In a small room. So find out like a good overhead spot over the cymbals and then measure it from the snare. And that should be, even if they're weird, or angled a little bit towards the kit, so they're focused here and not perfectly flat in a small room because they're going to be picking up stuff from over here. Really kind of focus them toward the snare, but where they're going to get cymbals. That should be a good thing. But yeah, the room, I was in it was basically 10 by 10. That was my LA room, and it was all drywall. So I put up those sound sheets, which comforters, blankets will do anything. But look, I get it. You want it to look a certain way. But I would stop if you have a carpet on the floor and if your ceiling's drywall, if you could just go in with like, an industrial stapler and just go buy like a black bed sheet from Target or Walmart and just let it ripple a little bit, that's gonna kill all those reflections here. So you might have some from the walls, but anything you can put up there fabric wise to just diffuse that. It doesn't have to be foam or anything nuts, just any fabric to kind of tame it. Yeah, some tweaking. But honestly, I think if you had your overheads, you really get something with a lot more beef, a bigger frequency response, and a larger diaphragm. That's going to bring a lot of clarity and tone to it. And then those tom mics, you'll find in how you compress the overheads and stuff, you can really just bring in those little tom mics for really low end. That's all they should be needed for, or just low and high end, not any of that mid, just to bring up a little bit of tack and a little bit of beef. So yeah, I wouldn't go crazy with tom mics because it's like buying a $4,000 bottom snare mic. It's like, what? You're not even gonna use it, barely. Melissa's Pro gave us nice. Yeah. Loud drums, it sucks. But let me know, Sean. I'll send them to you. Just like I said, if you want to just try them out, if anything. If you want to do some research on them, they're KSM 32s. So they're they're big. They're chunk microphones. But I use those for a long time. Really, they were my only overheads forever until I got the SR25s. And I messed around with those for a while, but they're too sizzly and too, I don't know. You see them now all over Instagram. Everyone uses them, and they just have a sound that's just very harsh. If you don't know how to mix them right, that's what I mean. Earthwork stuff is great, but it's very clear. It's like listening to someone talk, and they're like, tick, 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 and you're hearing all the little things, and you're just like, oh. That's how they are. They're very sensitive, very real microphones. Then I got this. I love this for the overhead. This one wouldn't work in your room because it picks up behind it too. And then the 414s are very nice, the AKG 414s, but they're a little sizzly too. So it all depends on what you're going for. But yeah, I just don't want you to I'd rather you get like a nice drum set and not spend over $1,000 on tom mics. Even though they're nice, but unless you have really decent preamps, I think that'd be overkill. For now. All right. Now my hands are cold. It's chilly. J-Dog, what's up? Hello. I'm live on YouTube as well. All right, let's try this. See what happens. So this looks like we'll try it on the snare, and then it's applied to the drum set. So we'll see how it goes. 5-stroke rolls in 16th note and triplet, mixing them together. It's so weird. But that's weird. I don't like that. I don't like it. 2-bar solo, 4-bar phrase. It's a 5-stroke. But we were just talking about that earlier. There's 6s in there too. Not like 6s in a set in per se, but like that dun, that little dun 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 dun. They're all. It's I'm gonna say yes. 5s in the 6-stroke roll, but it's like the roll itself, right? It actually starts. Right, it's 5s, technically. But it's like you'll hear triplets and 16th notes. That's what's crazy about it. So the fill is triplets, 16, 16, 16, 16 triplets. But it's supposed to be 5s. Right? Like. It's so weird. But I like it. I do like it. It's weird though. Alright. I like it. All right, next one. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got. I hate when he does this. Weird ride patterns. Ugh, it's so weird. Okay. this one's freaking weird. I don't like it. Hi. But the fill is shuffles, blah, blah, straight, right? But that's a shuffle still on the kick.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
I don't know what I'm playing. Adam, how did you got probably a lot more snow than me. We only got like 2 inches. It sucks. Thank you, dude. 27. I don't like that fill. Too much snow. Come take some. Nice. Oh. This is frying my brain. I don't like it. All right. That's hard. That's super hard. Oh boy. Various rock feels. I don't know. Should we do the rock drums? I heard that's what the new kid. I heard that's what the cool kids are playing now. That rock stuff. I don't want to play that. We're gonna go back. Let's just recap 5-stroke rolls before we go on. I know. I think I'm getting too deep. 'Cause I'm in too deep and I'm trying to keep up above my head. I don't know what the things are. Yeah, rock. Oh my God. We liked that song, Sean, back in the day. Da, da, dee, da, da, breakdown in that song. Something like that. I forget the words. Something about like a grandma falling over or something. Back in the day. Yeah, right? So edgy, Sum 41. They were so edgy. Oh man. All right, let's try it. Don't get distracted. Nope, we're fast forwarding. We're fast forwarding. All right. 5-stroke rough. Applied as jazz fills. Let's see what happens. Great friends with the singer. Oh yeah, from Sum 41. I just remember his hair was like he had like a lot of gel in his hair, right? And they were, the drummer's always like, yeah. Look good for the music video, right? Look edgy when you're playing the drums. Toronto, I was gonna say they're Canadian, right? I think so.
Get my swag on.
Baki! 14, thank you. Guten Tag. Saw Sum 41 in concert back in high school with Natasha Bennett. Oh, I haven't heard that one. How they use bad words. But Dad, it's the music, Dad. Yeah, like in between songs. Oh. Love Snare Grove. Thank you. Oh, I'm trying the roughs. We're just kind of recapping right now, and it's gonna be rough. Get it? This one was the one that gave me so much trouble. Left hand lead, 5-stroke, rough. So singles, not a roll. It's when you accent the last one. It's so weird. So weird. Baki, I do. We got like 2 inches. I already shoveled, and it's probably going to be all gone this afternoon. But yeah, we did get snow. We had a snow day today. So my parents got like 4 inches-ish around there. But yeah, we got the snow. It's pretty. It's pretty out. the form. Yeah, it's hard. These 5-stroke rolls, I'm good with. The roughs, the singles, I'm sketchy. You know, in a triplet feel. We'll get there. Is that it? Yeah, I guess so. Again, just reviewing some of the things I put little notes by. Jeffrey, what's up, huh? that today. Yeah, happy Chinese New Year. Let's go. What is it the year of this year? The year of what? Aminal. I'm not quite sure. save my friends the agony of listening to these terrible. I should just throw them away. I don't know. Oh, it's so hard. It's so good though. We're getting there. So many. It's like I feel like I've got a big puzzle in front of me, and all the pieces are there, right? Or like a Lego set when you're like, you open the box, you just rip open the bags, and you're like, psh, right? You got the Legos there, you got the instructions, and you're looking at the box. You're like, I know what it's supposed to look like, and it's just like, you can put it together using the instructions, right? But imagine if you put it together with the instructions, then take it all apart again, and then try to build it without the instructions. That's the analogy. Is a small Lego set. You're like, I can put this together without even looking, right? Like a Lego person. You don't need the instructions for that. Some really intricate stuff to be able to put it together and just, it's like rebuild it, build it again. Rebuild it, build it again. Just keep building it, keep putting it together. And eventually, hopefully, you don't need the instructions. That's what we're doing right now. Is I'm like step by step. All right, red brick, but it's just some tricky stuff. Eventually, we'll hopefully get to where we don't need the instructions, but we'll always be reverting back to them. But these are some great exercises, really good. having a great day. Shark, what's up? Hello. Everyone wave to YouTube and YouTube wave to Twitch. It's like you're passing like on the train, the Purdy shuffle. Right? I got to see Bernard with Adam, actually. I've seen Bernard many times over the years. He's a good dude. Taken a couple lessons with him, and he's a sweetie. He's a sweetheart. He's a good guy. New studio apartment this weekend. Could be hectic. Right on. That's good news, right? Hopefully. Moving sucks, but also moving I also think is good because you get rid of just crap you don't need. But then like a few weeks into the new place, you're like, I got all my crap back, right? Because everyone gives you stuff because they're like, here's a present for your new place. You're like, no, I don't need any more towels. So you end up with just junk again, right? But I hope the move goes well. It's good to see you. I like that. So this is a triplet feel, right? Triplet, triplet. But you diddle the first two notes of each triplet. Triplet, triplet. Without tripping all over the sticks. This one's good. So the next one is 1, 2, and 3 tata 5-stroke rough with the right hand lead, just like a. Here's the downside of doing. Technically, that's a rim shot, right? Technically, I guess. I don't know. If you're playing a 5-stroke roll, right, and then you hit the last one with the 5, like this one, right? You can hit a nice rim hit. But if you want to hit a the left hand's in the air. So you gotta do this. Like it almost is like a buzzer. Right? I don't know. It's kind of neat, I guess. applied to very fast tempos. Let me see. I don't like those. Pass. All right. Jazz. All right. 5-stroke open roll applied to jazz fills and solos. This is the good or not good, but it's all triplets kind of. The 16th note ones I do better with the strokes instead of the roughs. So we'll try this. marking some of these down. The ones that I really like. I really like that one. That one, it's my new buddy. Where'd it go? This one I like. Put a star by it. These are good. This is good. Yep. I'm just gonna put a little marker by stuff we've worked on. I mean, these are good, but I really didn't like how they sounded though. But I'm gonna put a star by this one. Not really gonna play around probably the toms. I'll put a star by it. All of these are good. All of these are good and good and good and they're good and good. Skipping these. All of these are good and stuff and things. Go back. I'll be quick. And Oblivion, hello. Just commit to the memory. Yeah, that's right. I know, Blackberry. Get good, Dan. Be like, what weak sauce is this? Just do them. Just get them down, Dan. Jeez, slacker. I know, right? How was your morning, dude? All the leaves are all the five sugars, space coordinate triplets. I liked that one. I remember liking these were good. This was the hard stuff. Not that. These. So. I did enjoy these. We're moving fast and we're gonna be quick. This one was hard. This was hard. This one's hard. Left hand lead. And step foot in the room again.
Delicious.
Nick, what's up? Hi. How are you? Since I'm 4 a.m. getting things done to take a little break. 4, dude. That's early. I'm glad you're getting a break, though. I did not get up that early. We got snow, though, so we have a snow day today. Nick, I'm good. It's good to see you. This is where we ended up. I really like these. These are nice. Nice. Okay. Let's see if I can still remember it. I like to keep my pencil here. We'll do this and then we'll have a little coffee break. Everything's going great today, man. Just kind of refreshing my brain with these 35-stroke rough. What was I even going to say? I was going to say 30-second note, whatever. I'm like, oh, who knows? 5-stroke rolls. Oh, Nick, thank you. Yeah, still doing the thing. Still trying to get better. Why? I have no idea yet, but we're working on it. There's no reason, right? There's no reason. Oh, thank you, Nick. That's so nice. Thank you. Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. But let's see. Takes time. Yep. It takes time. A little bit on time. of making the stick flub. And this can't sound like music. It's all jazz, baby. It's all jazz. Nice new job. Nice. Getting a new phone. There you go. New phone. Who dis?
Mr. Duke Silver!
Holy crap! Well, hi guys. Thanks. It's a raid. Hide everything. I just had an idea. Trevor Lawrence, amazing drummer for like Dr. Dre and Snoop, and like he played the Super Bowl. Was it last year? That like Eminem, oh man, time's going by so fast. Like the big hip hop Super Bowl. I think that was last year, right? That's a proper raid. That's right. I hope you had a great stream. It's so nice to see you. But there was the drummer for the Super Bowl performance with Eminem, Dre, 50 Cent, Snoop. Wasn't Mary J in there? Yeah, Mary J's in there. That's Trevor. But Trevor played a drum beat for a song on Alicia Keys' album called I Need You. And it's one of the, I'm going to say, dopest beats and I'm going to sound cool and hip. But it's like if your dad said dope, you'd be like, oh, Dad. Oh. Yeah, we're working on some jazz today. But I just heard this beat in my head. The beat is really cool. It's a... It's a 3-bar phrase. The Alicia Keys I Need You song. Bars that stop. Hold on. Just listen to it. It's so good. I Need You by Alicia Keys. I need you. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it displaces the downbeat, but it's 4/4. So good, so good. All right.
it. Whew. Do I do requests? I do not do requests. I'm boring. I'm lame. I used to. Back when I gave a damn, as they say. But no, now I'm all about drums and geeking out and having fun. I don't really do song requests. Got kind of tired of it, you know? I got lazy doing it. So we're getting better and all the things. But yeah, back to this. We were just marking the beats. We've worked out of this book by Joe Porcaro. It's a great book, really good. Joe Porcaro was the father of Jeff Porcaro, or Porcaro, depending on how people say it. But Jeff was the drummer for Toto, who created like the Rosanna Shuffle, and he's honestly, most drummers consider him one of the best to ever live. If you know, you know. He was just he's a good human being. He died very young. But his dad, I studied with his dad in the early 2000s. And this is his book. So we've been running through it for the past like week and a half. You can relate, right? I mean, playing along to songs or doing requests, doing covers, it's fun, right? But it's easy if you're a pretty decent musician. And I just got kind of bored with it. I'm like, I'm just doing the same things over and over and over, you know? So yeah, we're gonna bring some music back into the equation after I really brush up on some skills with this. We're gonna get into like song forms and get the real book out, go through charts and go through standards. That's the next step. So we'll be working on things, but what was I saying? Oh, that Trevor groove kind of relates to some of this stuff, like the over the bar line feel. Taking two measures and shifting where the beat is, like that beat, in a sense, it does that 1, 2, 3, 4. So the downbeat on the second measure shifts to the and of 1 instead of 1. So it gives this weird feel, which some of these do that, right? That if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that. I'll try it on the ride and try to keep the hi-hat going. That's so hard. It ain't happening. That's not happening. Don, what's up, dude? Hi. I'm sure Jeff is good at shuffles or whatever, but can you play the... I like that Cooper, dude. Oh, man. He should be an example for every drummer in the world. I'm just saying. That's aspiring to be like. Let that be a lesson to you all. Yeah, you're right, Jeff. Sorry, Jeff. Sorry, man. You didn't light anything on fire, to my knowledge. So, definitely not good. I was doing a live learning of a solo today's stream. Oh, let's go! Yeah, right. That's awesome. You're amazing musician. Like showing that kind of stuff. In a world, I'm going to sound like a trailer. In a world, right? But there's so many people out there trying to sound like someone else, right? That's the thing, right? And it's okay to do that when you're starting out, right? Like say, look, I can play like this, or I can play this thing, or I can sound like this person, or like I can play this song. So like to gauge where you are talent-wise. There's a point where if you don't let that go and shift into your own thing, and you know, I wasn't doing that for a long time. Then I got caught up in that with the live streaming stuff. Just like, oh, I'll just do this. It's paying the bills pretty well. But man, it's so not fulfilling. It's so boring, and you get lazy, And then in the scheme of things, it's like we all know people can play, Especially if you're following someone, it's like I know you could do that or whatever. But just rehashing kind of the same ideas and stuff after a while, it gets stale. And to bring up social media stuff or musicians on there, it's like that's what you see a lot of because they pop up, because they can play a certain song real fast or whatever, but there's no there's no substance there, Like, cool, I'll follow them for this, but 5 years down the road, they're still doing covers. Or just tracing other ideas from other people. There's no true growth or evolution or musicianship there. So I find that in the long scheme of things, it's like the really good musicians are the ones that are sharing all of like the not so exciting stuff, right? Like learning a song or practicing or the process or just the hard stuff. I think that's what people are really starting to enjoy, like the realness, of everything. Jeff Hamilton? No, Jeff's amazing. No, I was talking about Joe Porcaro. Jeff's amazing though, man. He's so good. It's hard to evolve this way. It is, and it's scary, right? Because we all know what to do to get clicks and likes and all that. We all know what to do. Like I'm gonna play this song backwards at twice the speed and whatever. Like we all know what to do to get quick attention, right? Or to get whatever. But there are no shortcuts. It will catch up with you eventually. Guy plays a beat over and over, and he didn't last that long. Yeah. Shreddy Metallica. But hey, people are gonna always enjoy it. So it's like you don't want to stop doing things. But I recently, just to talk about it, like I had covers up like highlights on my YouTube from Twitch, right? Like if I did something on Twitch and it didn't get muted, I'd be like, oh, put it on YouTube, whatever. And my YouTube channel had like pretty decent numbers, as far as views and all that stuff goes. But it was all like covers, so people were like, hey, can you do this cover? Can you do that? And I'm like, you know what? Like, this is not what I want people to see from me. It'll really help with exposure. Yes, I agree. Yeah. But then it depends on the kind of exposure, right? Because then you get the people that know you as, oh, you just do the covers. You get that, you get kind of pigeonholed or categorized, if you want to advance or do anything, it's kind of like, well, they just kind of do covers. Or your fan base grows, right? From people just liking to watch you play other songs. That could be good and it could be bad, So I guess it can't be bad, but I guess it depends on what you really want to do with it, It's hard, yeah. It's a hard shift. Not everyone can make the jump like Luke Holland. Dude, well, Luke did it. He's like one of the first, right? That started like not the first. Remember the dude who did Mario Brothers? The Super Mario Brother theme on the drum set when like YouTube was like new. He's like people would post like play-alongs, but they were always called play-alongs, not covers. And Luke came out as a kid, like you mentioned Cooper and Cobius. I don't know the names, but like YouTube was kind of fresh and coming up, and it was like, for exposure. If you're a drummer in a small town or you're a kid and you just want to like people to notice you, and you've got the chops, the thing is that separates a lot of those drummers, Adam, is Luke Holland is really good. Like really good. some people, that's what I mean, it catches up with them. If all you could do is just play other people's ideas and play songs, play along to music, I hate to break it to you, but like, man, so many people could do that. The thing about Luke was he could do that, and that's how he got noticed. But man, he joined, what was the band? We're Alive. Didn't he join them? I think because of that, like the exposure. My student Zach got, that's how he started playing with Day Shell and Slaves, was because of a cover. So there are cool things, but I feel like a lot of those drummers in the early days who were posting covers, if they got offered a gig or someone was like, oh man, this drummer's really good, did you see him playing that song? And everyone's like, oh yeah, cool. They would hire them or get them to play on an album, and they just couldn't hang. They couldn't cut it. And that's why I said some drummers should be an example of like, yeah, you can just do covers for a long time and coast with that. But if you don't try to advance yourself or grow or, better your playing and to evolve into something else, like that's going to die off. It's just a trend. So it happened with a lot of those drummers, and why you don't see them touring or recording, not saying they have to, but I know some of them did try and they just couldn't hang. When you start creating your own thing, some people might not resonate, but it's okay to. Yeah, 100%. If you're making content to appease everybody, you're going to fail. Like that just doesn't happen. Some of the best bands in the world or artists in the world that we all love wrote music for them, not for their audience. They wrote music that they just thought was amazing, and they put it out. Sometimes it doesn't catch. Some people might be like, I don't really like this. But sometimes you change the world with music like that. And I think that is, I feel like at the end of the day, when the sun is setting, you're going to look back on stuff and go like, I made that. I like it. I think it was cool. Or are you going to look back and go like, man, I didn't do what I really wanted to do? There's a producer that I know, and he always gave me this advice when it came to producing artists, bands, right? He got a couple gigs like we all do when we first start off that we don't really want to do, but we need money, we need experience, we need exposure, all that stuff. In this case, he was a producer that was producing bands, and the style of music that he blew up with he didn't really like, but the album went boom, blew up. And so every other band or artist or writer in that genre wanted him to come to his or wanted him to do their projects. So he's like, well, okay. And fast forward 10, 15 years, it's very hard for him to get out of that now, because everyone just thinks of him as, oh, he's that like certain genre producer, where what he really wanted to do was something completely different. It just happened to take off in that direction, and it snowballed in a good way, not complaining, but it's very hard, like you said, to get out of it or to change directions when you're having success and you're paying the bills, all that stuff. It can come back around. Like that's my thing right now. I was in that same situation. I played in rock bands, metal bands. All the sessions I was doing was just rock, heavy, beat the snot out of stuff. And it's fun, but it's not really what I want to play, And until you say like, all right, I can't do this anymore. It's scary to kind of move in a direction that you really want to, but it's never too late, But noise. Yeah. And it's cool because that producer that I was talking about, like he's been nominated the past couple years for stuff. It's really cool, but he's getting to work with some bands and some artists that he's really excited about since the pandemic, right? Because it's sad to say, but a lot of the bands he was producing just couldn't afford it, right? Because sadly they weren't making money. So now he's getting to work with some more people he's really excited about. But you kind of, every musician goes through that. I feel like that stage of like, oh, I really don't want to do this gig, or I really don't want to play on this record. But you know, you gotta learn, and that's a good thing. But you have to know when to get out of the car and get into a different lane or whatever, you know, to really make sure you're fulfilling what you want to do behind the instrument. Because I'm sure a lot of us, when we were starting out as musicians, we didn't dream of just like putting out drum covers for the rest of our lives, or, you know, playing in a certain band that maybe we weren't happy with. So always remember that. I recently started an acoustic channel with children. You did? Oh, I have to check that out. I won't care about it, but I love doing it. Yeah. And that's the thing is you gotta, I feel like a lot of your followers probably would dig it, you know, because I guess you get like stereotypes with certain music, but you'd be really surprised at like how much people appreciate music in some of those extremes, you know. Like some metal cats that I know love listening to like Bon Iver and like Adele. You know, like they're in metal bands, but they listen to like jazz and like classical music, and vice versa. I know some crazy jazz cats that like love Meshuggah and all that stuff. So I feel like if you're a real music lover, you appreciate all the steps. But yeah, there are those stereotypical on both sides, right? Jazz people that are like, that's not music, that's terrible. And metal people that are like, oh, that music's slow and soft, that sucks. But don't write for those, right? Oh, that's so cool though. That's exciting. That's awesome. What acoustic guitar do you use, or do you have a favorite? I just busted out. I've got a Taylor. I busted it out like 2 weeks ago. Takamine, nice. I'm kind of working on my guitar. Oh, my fingers. I gotta say, I let them slip because I'm like, ow, ow, ow. Took a while. You never know where your career will take you. I started out in punk and ended in classical jazz. And to be honest, it was the best thing because I would be so bored of listening to the same 3-chord, right? And it's not bad, but I don't know. People change too, you know? Maybe that's what's happening with me now. Like your tastes change. I listen to old records that I used to put on and I would want to turn up so loud and just, right? And now those come on and I just kind of giggle. It's weird. It's like maybe I compare it to like watching horror movies or scary movies back in the day. You know, I used to watch movies and be like, oh my God, oh, there's a murderer. Oh, you know, and then there's like fake blood and you're like, oh, now it's kind of funny. Right? I know I'm watching it and I'm like, this is so hokey. It's so funny. And some of the music that I used to love back in the day, I listen to it now and I'm like, this is silly. This is kind of funny. You know, some of that punk stuff, right? But it changes good. Embrace it. But that was an amazing raid. So I'm sorry I'm boring everybody with talking, but yeah, I hope you're having a great day and the weather's fantastic for you. But yeah. What was I doing? Oh, applying toms now. Yay. But yeah, I should check. We should be good. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we had snow today. So kids are home. They're doing like online snow day school. And I got all the shoveling out of the way and came and do a little practice. And then tonight we're going to have a bum night. We're going to probably just hang out. We watched Rogue One last night with the kids, and that's probably my favorite Star Wars movie. The robot, KS, whatever, that robot is the best. So, what's his name? KS? 01 or something, or 02. Cassian's robot. He's so funny. He's like, you gave her a gun? Do you want to know the odds of her shooting you? It's high. It's very high. He's a good robot. That's like the best movie, but also the worst, because you know, like, there's not going to be a Rogue 2. You're like, oh, this is so, those characters are so amazing. Andor was good. Maybe they'll do, like, they'll bring that robot back with, like, Andor season 2. Maybe. Please. Please. Miss Kennedy, Jacqueline, is she still in charge? Please. Haven't watched it yet. Andor? Oh, it's so good. Andor's good. I'm gonna be honest. I watched the first episode and I was like, oh, this is boring. And a couple weeks went by and there was nothing to watch. So I'm like, oh, I'll watch episode 2 of Andor. And then I was like, oh, I get where this is going. And then you're like, oh, and it's real good. Honestly, it's really good. You just gotta kind of get through the first 2, and then it starts to make a little sense, and you're like, oh, this is like big picture stuff. It's really good. So I wasn't excited for Andor, but now yeah, Adam, come on, you're watching too much Spider-Man. Evo, hello. It's I was thinking about that the other day, like rewatching all these Star Wars things with my kids. Like, everyone talks about the Marvel universe, and it's cool how they're doing it, but man, the Star Wars universe is insane. It's so good. You almost given up on the new Star Wars series, but that was seriously as good. Better than Mandalorian. Yeah, it was. I'm really excited for the Ahsoka thing that's coming out. It's even better. Yeah, it's like a spy, like, thriller thing. It's really good. But yeah, nerds. I'm a big nerd. I like all that stuff. And my mom, we went out to dinner with my folks yesterday, and my mom's like, every time the boys come over, because they'll spend the night every now and then at Grandma and Grandpa's house, and Mom will say, like, all right, guys, what do you want to watch? We'll watch a movie. And the boys are always like, Star Wars. And she's like, they always want to watch Star Wars. My mom hates Star Wars. Because of me, probably, growing up. She hates Star Wars. And so whenever the kids are there, and my dad is like, yeah, let's watch some Star Wars. And my mom's like, oh, my gosh. There's more of them. Mom's not a fan. She just rolls her eyes. She doesn't get it. She's like, it's all like weird sounds, and they're all like, I'm like, Mom. All right. So yeah, my name's Dan. If you're still hanging around, I'm sorry I was chatting a lot. I'm learning jazz. I'm not a jazz drummer, but over the summer, I kind of said, I'm taking a year. Just really going to kind of focus in on practicing for myself. I'm saying no to pretty much all recordings right now and shows or performances. And I'm taking a year of me time, a sabbatical, if you will, and really just honing in on what I want to sound like, what I really want my tunings to be, what kind of player am I. This is like a midlife crisis, if you will, but it's been really eye-opening and really fun. So we're about halfway through that, and yeah, we're working on the Yaz. Keyword working on it. So it's a little sloppy, but we're getting there. So let me just recap this, and then it's going to be applying it to the toms. we got it. I didn't forget it yet. Oh, Sean. Oh. Have fun with it. Oh, yeah. Lurk away. Hopefully you can get some food. I'm always hungry. I always go up. I pet the dog. I go to the bathroom after stream. And then I'm like in the pantry. I'm like, it could be chips. Sometimes we don't have good chips. So then I go, we have the bars, meaning like do we have like granola bars or like fruity bars, whatever. But sometimes the bars are real healthy. So if we don't have good chips, or we don't have if it's all just like healthy oat crap, then I like really freak out. I'm like, oh. So then I'll have a bowl of cereal. If the cereal's all like healthy cereal and nothing good, then I get ice cream. I'll just have a bowl of ice cream. Usually after this, I'm like, I need some like calories. I don't want like oat bran or an oat bar, you know? I'm like, I need like fat. I need something bad for me, so. It's all coming back. I gotta put little marks in here. Okay. I really like this 3/4 thing. I don't like that. I don't like that. I like these. These are the good goods. We're reviewing kind of what we did over the weekend. That one I don't like. is. It's a good day. It's a good snowy day for drums. I like that. All right, we got it. We got it. That's a tricky one. That was hard. I'm not reading. I'm assuming. Key word. Assuming it's sounding like I gotta mark these down. I like these. I'm assuming what I think it is, but it's way wrong. So then I'm playing it. I'm going, why doesn't this add up? It's because I'm not reading it right. I'm just assuming it's a thing, but it's not. These are really good. Okay. Sorry, I don't want to forget these. I really like these. Yeah, that's about right. I had to go all the way over there. Oh, I couldn't fall here. Oh. Triple. You didn't see it? No. Your Honor, I object. Damn. Oh, this is hard. Because if you notice, there's two rights in this one. So watch after the first three. Right. Two rights. It's like a over the bar line, you know? Weird. Daniel, hello. Yeah, it's a ride. It's a 24-inch. The ride we are using, if you're curious. It's a 24-inch Big Apple Dark Ride, I think. Big Apple Dark, is that what it's called? Yeah, Big Apple Dark Ride, 24-inch. I don't think they put the weight on the bottom. Maybe they do. I think they do, yeah. It weighs 2,950 grams. It's big. Where is it? Oh, boy. Where's my jingle jangles?
Sophie, what's up?
You're watching on YouTube and Twitch. I know, sorcery. That's true. It's magic. You know what? I haven't like drank like any coffee, so it's pretty wild. It's a kind of magic, guys. We had a good practice day today. We have a kiddo well check, meaning they go to the doctors, just make sure they're good this afternoon. So I'm gonna head off. I'll probably be working on the pad tonight once the kiddos go to bed. We got a lot of work to do, but we'll have some downtime, play some video games this afternoon. It's a snow day, so we're gonna be bums. Have snacks. I don't know. I hope to take a nap. That would be nice. But seriously, today was a good day. Got a lot in. Blackberry, you too, man. You got up early. I don't like that. You need sleeps, right? But again, we'll take the Legos apart and we'll put them back together tomorrow. And hopefully every day we need less and less instructions. I love you guys. Be good. Have some snacks. Practice. Enjoy yourself. Stigs. Peace. That's right. Same to you. Don't get to watch as much as I used to, but I love yourself. It's good to see you. For real. Thanks for watching on both. But happy Monday. I'll see you tomorrow. That's the plan, at least. So, yeah, everyone be good. I'm just going to end it. Because I got to pee.